No one posted on the never felt that.
I felt like
Welcome in.
Oh, I see. Really? Why? That's fine. There's many meetings.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Welcome in.
Mike says he's gonna, I walked into Sylvia and he said he's gonna walk back.
Someone who has to speak.
No, I think it's.
I don't want to. I don't want to work on it. I want to work on the last one. I want. I know.
Hey, if you bring the program or something. Yeah, I gotta bring socks. I could bring Christmas socks.
I do those sandals all the time.
It's a joke, man. Wait, are you coming to the shop? You can mic stuff, Joe.
Mine is not.
Okay.
Yeah, the first place. Yeah, right here.
It's gonna be hard because he doesn't want to.
What?
Like you said, you didn't watch that.
I'm not sure.
Hey. Well,
Hey.
You also shot that? Oh, you haven't.
Give me a
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that's
It'll be a problem. That means we're not sleeping here. You don't sleep with that.
But yeah, like, would you guys put down as former groups? Like, I'm trying to talk to them about it. I'm with it as long as you don't mention game dev for the next 30 minutes. Okay.
Well, what? I want people to mention it, because it's not like I know.
Yeah.
I'll replace this.
Last week, asked me.
I will talk.
And I did most of this. Meeting. I don't know.
I'm waiting for assembly. And
Pizza on the back, if you want to get some.
Jeez, I am gonna Tommy in the back too.
Yeah, Tommy in the back.
You got Tommy.
Let's go.
maybe you have a run home.
I made myself one.
I missed it.
Quite a game. Oh, wait, no, SharkByte.
Oh,
I'll do this in my I give you. What am I saying?
I had this great innovative idea. We could do. I can do this. I know.
And just some front.
One best.
Yeah, what about? We have and that's more the because there's well, not good. Oh, yes. Yeah, my wife. What? Oh, that's pretty I think yeah, we need to just. Okay. Like, you know, y'all ready for some hackathon prep night though? Yeah. Go.
He said. So tonight we'll be talking about future hackathons, ShellHacks, whoever is registered. I know Lens is registered, Christopher is registered. So we're registered. ShellHacks, we're registered. And other hackathons that you guys should definitely register for. First though, some club updates. The officer application, if you send that in, we are going to go over it this Monday. And Allison is going to send everyone emails about that. Otherwise, stay connected with us on our Instagram, Discord, Teams, everything. Let's begin. How many of you have been to a hackathon? Let's go.
Okay, all right. What's EagleHacks? Oh, yeah. All right, well, that's the same thing for people that have the hackathon, but I need to roll this.
Did you not know what a hackathon is? Perfect.
Okay.
This week, one in like 2 days. No research about it. Perfect that you're here. Well, a hackathon is a timed event, normally 36 hours, sometimes 24 hours. There's even short ones like hours long. You get in a team, you get usually up to 4. You could go solo if you want. And what you'll be doing is creating a project that your team comes up with. For example,
What?
But we follow they call company challenges, which is just a little guidance for what your project could be. And a lot of the companies, financial companies that ShellHacks, so we wanted to do something financial related. So whatever, it could be anything, it could solve problems, it could be a game, anything that you can create, you can create out of hackathon. The whole point is for you to learn something, get experience, fit your project, and network. Any questions about that? Yeah. So we'll get on to the dates. ShellHacks is too late to sign up for, but there is EagleHacks, SharkByte, and there's a whole bunch of others.
And then we have ours. Probably.
Ours sometimes better next semester.
I don't know about because that's one. I was trying to apply to ShellHacks on Tuesday, and they just sent me this, let me know.
Check
they got the
ShellHacks.
information in email, so I'd say go ahead and send it anyway. But
Yeah.
If you can do the website and apply,
Yes. Extended.
they've been extending it. So they might even release a wait list. So if you're free this weekend, try to go for it. It's open? Sweet.
Yes, sign up for ShellHacks this weekend.
Get in a team because it's easier if you all start with one whole group, right? We'll have to get more about that.
All right, building your dream team. It's very important because it's success. Having the right people, the right mindset, one team will get you success. But if you're flying solo, there's many ways to get yourself out there. Discord channels, So like it's basically just built like pretend you're filling out an application of Discord. Hey, my name is David, I'm a front-end developer, done these projects, who's looking for a team. You'll definitely find a team in the Discord channel. Or any other like way they have it like online.
The ShellHacks official Discord has its own team members.
Yeah, exactly. So be your team member channel. Every hackathon Discord has one of those channels. So definitely put yourself out there. And don't be afraid to meet people. Everyone's in the same boat out there today. Everyone's in the same boat. People are nervous. You know, be with them. Diverse. Be diverse. You know, you don't want one team with a bunch of friends. Find a back end. Find someone that's in a database. Just diverse your skills. You'll learn from someone that does back end instead of someone that does front end. So like, if you know front end, you'll learn someone that knows back end, having a bunch of teams that's front end. So definitely diverse your skills. Because also you'll get the flow of a project quicker. And yeah, communicate early. Go on Discord again. Those Discords are open 24/7, like even like months before hackathon is announced. So I'm not saying do that, but you know, get yourself out there a month in advance. You don't want to be unprepared because I think success comes from being prepared, and prepared is coming with a team. So definitely do that right as soon as you can.
And you can find teams here. That team formation happened right before we started. The wonderful people up front. Let's even send a message like days ago in the Discord asking if anyone was going to ShellHacks because he was trying to find a team member. And Lenny also did it today, I think. So if you want to find someone here, send a message here. Otherwise, our people at the ShellHacks Discord as well. So they're confirmed.
And also in class too. You can like you can go neighbor or like your friend in class. Or like, hey, you go to ShellHacks? Sign up. You know, there's always ways to get yourself out. All right, creating a project idea. Now, this is a very important too because this is going to be your number one, hopefully. Now, ideally, yes, if you have a startup kind of idea that can go that can blow up, like I don't know, a social media app, definitely do that. But your number one app or your number one idea will probably be something that's happening in the world that's a problem. Let's say COVID, for example. That's like don't make it pop in my head. People that were in COVID times doing hackathons were building projects around COVID, solving the problem of finding ways to detect COVID, whatever COVID related. So research, what's going on in the world that's a problem? What can we solve? So that's your thing. Judges love an emotional story. They get connected with them, get connected with the real world, and find a problem to fix them. Choose your focus as well. What I mean by that is there's times where there's company challenges, at least in ShellHacks, where a company, let's say Google, will have a challenge saying use Gemini in your project. Or another company will say implement some cybersecurity. Choose a focus. The number one thing I literally watched a video about this 2 days ago saying, the number one thing that people kind of get held back is putting too much company challenges in their project. So find one or two that is specific to your project and go for it. Don't try to have a bundle of company challenges, thinking you'll get all the prizes because everyone's going to be somehow stacked project to one company challenge. Be the best. Don't just put a bundle of challenges in one project. That's going to put you down in success and whatever place that you get. And then also brainstorm solutions. First thing, quantity. What is this problem that I have? Let's list everything that we can do to fix it. But then after, with a team, say, okay, what's the wow factor? What's more important? And what's doable as well? You don't want to be in a system where you can't do it. All right, so know your own skills and reach. All right, obviously hackathons are for learning, but don't go crazy where it's too much to handle because you only have 24, 36 hours. So that's how you kind of get the one project.
Set up your project. First thing you want to do is create your GitHub repository and invite all your team members into it. Because this is where your project will be hosted. This is also what you'll need to submit your project to the hackathon. And you usually submit them in something called DevPost, which we'll see later on. It's just a website that hosts a whole bunch of different hackathons. It has a bunch of different hackathon dates, and it's where you'll submit your project and make sure it's really anything related to the project. So first thing first, once you have your team, once you have your project, create the repository. Use GitHub as it's intended. Create branches to collaborate better with your teammates. Try not to get merge conflicts by using those branches. Commit frequently and make sure you document everything in your README. That was really important. The README is going to learn about it in intro to GitHub 2 weeks ago, I think, or last week. The README is going to say everything about your project that needs to be said. So in the example that we went over, it had who did what features were implemented, what was the tech stack, how to install the project and how to run it. It gives over everything. For a hackathon, it can include what's the goal of this project, why did we choose this project, what we want to do to further implement this project.
Okay. Workshop strategy, learning growth. So, yeah, so there are some other workshops at ShellHacks from really big companies too. I remember last year, Google had an AI one, but we didn't put that much work into it. They really have a lot of cool ones. So definitely take advantage of them. They have like a lot of cool like little prizes you can get to from those two. I know, like for example, like at Hackable at UCF, they had a little cool MLA shirt. So yeah, that's like a benefit of going to the workshops and just the knowledge and connections with the people presenting too can be big after the presents. And yeah, to know yourself. Go to a workshop. Maybe something out of your comfort zone, maybe something that's not within your skill set, like it's like computing or AI. I recommend pushing yourself to expose yourself to those new fields. And also be a nice little opportunity to connect with people as well. And yeah, ask everything. There's a bunch of mentors there. They're really helpful at ShellHacks. I know that they have a bunch of mentors all around. There's even employees from big companies like I mentioned before, like Google, Microsoft, those big companies. So definitely take advantage of that. You can get their LinkedIn if you can. And yeah, yeah. So the workshops can be like a good idea. Like they can spark a good idea for projects too. I know, for example, at Hackable, they had us like how to navigate Copilot, I think it was VS Code. So that was kind of cool. Kind of showed us like how to use it effectively or using AI for code. So yeah, definitely go through the workshops because they can be beneficial for your projects and your profession as well. So.
And the nice thing about workshops is they are usually hosted by companies who sponsor the hackathon and who have the company challenges. Sometimes they'll be hosted by the hackathon themselves. But the nice thing going to one that's sponsored by a is if you are trying to do that company's challenge, then you could stay after and ask questions, asking how did I solve this to your liking, or ask questions to better solve one of their challenges, depending on how specific it is, of course.
And I'm advised, everyone to at least go to one or two workshops at the hackathon. Not only the nice, like getting the topic, it could be a bunch. I can't remember all the ShellHacks, there's so much topics. But it's also to be a brain break. When you're coding for maybe long time, you're gonna get shuffled. So taking a couple, I think it's like 30 minutes max they are usually. Taking 30 minutes just to go to a workshop, kind of learn something, but get off the code, constantly looking at the same code is a great way to help you a little bit, reset. But also, if you don't think you have time, bring your computer. I mean, still listen to someone like an industry professional talking to you while you code. I mean, that's not a bad thing as well. So I advise everyone to go at least 1 or
up the brain break part, I know like late at night, like 2, 3 a.m., we'll do more fun workshops that aren't really technical too. So we'll do like a mini Smash Bros. Tournament or something like that. And so like connecting with everyone else that's in our field around the state of Florida is really cool. And getting to go play quick Smash with them is fun. So,
Yeah, guys, don't crash out. It's more efficient to take a break and just chill for a little bit. Because like I was debugging, for example, I was debugging a problem for like 3 hours straight, and it was like something stupid. Like I'm like I just like what was it, like a comma or something. No, it's got me one MBI. No, for real. Like it's it's diminishing returns. It's a real thing. So yeah, take a break, relax, because it's actually more efficient in the long run. All right, survival essentials. All right, so survival essentials. We kind of talked about this, but there are sleeping spaces provided at usually every hackathon. It's going to be overnight, so bring a sleeping bag, bring a pillow if you need to. They can, rest up. Again, very important is to rest. Don't crash out. The more you keep hacking, the more you get tired, and if you keep pushing through, the more you're mad at your code. You don't want to get mad at your code. So definitely, sleep, good night's rest equals better code tomorrow. Love that. Great. Fuel your brain though. There are free meals and free snacks that kind of required to have those at the hackathon for that long time. So definitely use the free meals, free snacks, and the drinks. But also in general, just eat. If you're feeling hungry, don't get off the computer, get some food. And stay energized. Take a break. Like I said, do workshops or just in general, just take a break. Again, you want to be number one. You shouldn't be burning yourself out.
I want to add to this, if you don't know kind of all of the information regarding the event and stuff, there's usually something called a hacker guide that the hackathon creators will provide for everyone. So for ShellHacks, for example, they use a website called and it's just basically a huge long web page. It tells you where to park at campus. It tells you the exact schedule, like hour by hour of the entire weekend, like when food will be announced, it'll come out and where. It tells you all the workshops, what they are, what times. It's really good. It also tells you kind of like I think it has a little bit of judging in it as well, so it really is just an entire overview of the entire event. So definitely take advantage of that. Keep it open in your tabs the entire weekend. That's what we do, just to help you stay on top of things. So you're
Actually, I'm not mentioning one thing too. So just for a safety thing, chill on the caffeine, guys. Just because like you're not going to be getting a lot of sleep too if you're trying to go overnight, and I just don't want to anyone have a heart attack or anything because when you get no sleep mixed with the caffeine, that can create a lot of anxiety and stuff. So just something to think about. Chill on the caffeine. Yeah, my first hackathon, I wasn't looking for the caffeine. I had just a cup of coffee 3 times. Like widely spread out. Second hackathon, I went like 4 Red Bulls. Wasn't good. It wasn't good. I would not ever recommend that to anyone. So still on caffeine, right? That's serious. No? That's not the I'm not kidding. Honestly, don't themselves. They have 200 milligrams. I remember my freshman year of college, I had like 4 or 5 friends on the stay up all night. I probably had the worst crash ever and the worst stomach pain ever. So again, just don't overload caffeine, please.
Don't forget that crash comes, and then after a word, you have to drive back home. So that is the hardest thing I would say about a event is trying to get yourself back home. So really just like pace yourself, take some naps. It's really not that deep. We're all here to learn and have a good time.
And also think about it. Do you really think sacrificing so much caffeine for a big worth for your code? Pace yourself. You wanna make sure you're regenerating and not crash with an overload of caffeine.
You got a question?
Alert. Yeah. Yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of goes back there. I mean like the ShellHacks and all the big ones, they give out shirts. So that's great. There's all that cool stuff, cool side for going to the Hackathon post. And there's also extra swag at the workshops too, like I mentioned. So I'm all proud of there with some swag too.
So the career fair. If you don't know, obviously hackathons have a bunch of sponsors there. They walk around as judges, but also after the opening ceremony, which is usually on Friday night, they have a networking event where they have all tables, and you can walk up to them, give them your elevator pitch, give them a resume, on LinkedIn, about their internships. So this is something that you really want to take advantage of because I know here at FGCU we have our career expo and the general career fair. It's kind of like we get a little bit luckier. There are a few companies hiring for software, but I think everyone is there to hire software. And there's so many. So it's really something to take advantage of and take seriously. So bring your resume, print it out, share your LinkedIn, or get someone else's. Make as many connections as you can and get that elevator pitch down. Is there a question?
Yeah. You've been to the hackathon events, right? And you saw the career fairs.
Yeah.
Do people really dress for as much on those ones or not?
I'd say like yes, that's like not like suits and tie, but I'd say like you definitely get a bow on. And,
Yeah. Hey, not at the hackathon.
No, they don't. Yeah, I said. They have a company fan about the hackathon.
Listen, you brought close to where.
Yeah.
Maybe specifically for that event. Yeah. But the vendor you're gonna walk up to during the hackathon, they expect you to be all ragged.
No, it's usually at the beginning. Like it's usually at the beginning of the event. Like career fair. Yeah, the career fair is like right, like when the opening ceremony happens, you get the career fair. I'd say just kind of just polo team. Yeah,
I guess just
I mean, you can see the next picture what I was wearing at I mean, I was wearing my EagleHacks shirt just back to that. I'd say just don't have some shorts.
There's so much shorts in the background or dressed casually, so it's like it's not gonna make or break your interaction,
You also want to stand out. Yeah.
Right. So to continue. So yeah, okay. Another thing is to ask questions. So a good thing to do at these career fairs, if you're like really passionate about an opportunity somewhere, you really want to stand out. There's many people that are going to be there. It's cool to just like stand in a corner for a couple seconds, like the company, find something really specific about them, whether it's their company culture or like growth opportunities within the company or just their like mission in general. If you walk up to a recruiter or whatever, you kind of just like give them a really niche question about their company specifically, they're more likely going to want to connect with you, and you can follow up those connections after the hackathon. Send them a message, say, hey, really nice meeting you during the company panel. We talked about this about the company, and I really found it interesting. That goes a long way. So definitely take advantage of this event because there's not really a space. There's so many sponsors looking for software engineers all over the place at one time. So yeah, something to definitely.
After that, for hackathons, usually the career fair is an hour and a half max. So you're not going to be able to hit every single career or company booth. So planning out who you want to actually go to, your priority, is really helpful. And ShellHacks posts all the sponsors on their website and the hire guide, which I also mentioned earlier, with little Notion notebook, everything. So find out who you want to go to first. And because you won't be able to do that. But if you're like David and I, it really brings up these sponsors.
Happy I am that guy. Yeah, happy I am.
You'll also just find companies that you would never expect. This was Ford. I didn't even know Ford was looking for us until I found out. Not like I want a Ford car now. So that is hate, by the way. That's hate for Ford car owners. Sorry.
Okay. Presentation excellence. Okay. Yeah. So so you typically have 3 to 5 minutes, I think. Yeah, that's generally where it's about. And like this is a major break about it, really. I mean, you just gotta catch the judge on a good day, really. But you want to have some timing. Get the number of judges who see dozens of projects. If there's time bring the energy and make sure you have a really good demo. And it's even better judges can use your projects at the demo too. So that them getting hands-on experience can really set you out from the other projects that don't have that experience. So just think about your demo. And demo over slides. Yeah, I wouldn't really recommend a presentation like a slideshow. Again, make it as interactive as you can. Like I know at ours, like that prompt or whatever, they want to check out like the applications. So yeah, just don't do any slides. Yeah, if you did for our sliders, it's just as a presentation.
The presentations will be all verbal for the most part, other than if you have something that you could put in their hands, like your phone or a VR headset, whatever project that you're doing.
Yes, so during your demo, you want to say, what problem you solved and your solution to that problem. And that's how you're going to want to say the tech stack and who did what in the project. But I feel like covering that problem is really big because judges are really looking for practicality. So if your project solves a genuine problem, that's going to stand out a lot more than other projects. So just think about like when you're going with the idea, how practical can it be? That's a good question to ask yourself before you come up with the idea. And yeah, impact matters. Yeah, I mean that's going to go back to the practicality thing. Like at a hackathon, your idea should have some sort of impact. Like I said, solving problems. So yeah, just something to think about too when you're making your project is like how impactful it can be. And I'm the most technical. You don't have to you're fancy with the project, but just in terms of the general idea and the future scope, I feel like that's the most important part of the project rather than the technicality.
So Jordan, you mentioned the polar VR headset, right?
Yeah.
Since I heard somebody make a project VR headset the previous hackathon. Do they bring their own headsets? Right?
So
show us a demo.
it's depending on the hackathon, they may have hardware that MLA, which is usually hacking, they host a bunch of hackathons and they have a whole calendar of hackathons. They have like a hardware table that you can't rent stuff out. I don't know if they have VR headsets because those are a little pricey.
I would say don't bet on VR headsets. They have Arduinos, Raspberry Pis,
All things.
don't count on anything like expensive.
And if you don't have a VR yourself, you could buy one for the hackathon and then return it.
I mean, yeah, we have an idea that we might do that too. So
be prepared to be able to code for a VR project. Because you don't have one, you probably don't know how to code it. But yeah, big pricey hardware is not available. There isn't going to be a supercomputer that you can use to run simulation. I'm going to say something. Oh, so ShellHacks, biggest hackathon in Florida, has over 250 projects that judges are going to be going through for hours. So your 3 to 5 minutes it better make a difference to them. That's all I'm saying, because
3 to 5 minutes feel like everything figured. We also have an actually like beginning. Have a statistic out there if you need to. Or research a statistic that you can really just catch someone's attention.
keep them hooked.
Yeah, keep them hooked. We really want to show that we are trying to solve a problem with this project. And we want you guys to look at it. Be a part of it.
You don't have to be successful. still present what the problem was that you wanted to solve and the solution you wanted to create. It doesn't mean that you have to be successful. Just try to be in short 3 minutes. So definitely practice before here because everybody blows their tongue. You don't want to have gotten cut off and got to say the most important thing. So focus on front loading with, this is what we were trying to solve, this is what we were able to accomplish, but also include the things because it says a lot about the stretch of your, how you're thinking and what you were hoping to do. Nobody expects you to walk out of there with a production level product in 30 seconds.
Yeah, always highlight what you wanted to have for the future. But also, it's great when you actually said, also focus on the functionalities. Like, don't go pretty, go functionality first. After.
Be positive about everything. It could have been the most frustrating thing. Y'all wanted to quit. You go to the presentation, be upbeat and positive about it. All right? We really wanted to solve this. We just weren't able to do it. We learned a bunch about X, Y, Z while we were doing it.
And they really value what you learned during the experience as well. So even if you don't have a production level app, still go get your presentation skills in for next time.
So yeah, overall, your hackathon success formula is going to be, like we said, progress over perfection. Don't aim for perfect. Aim for something you can try to demo. If not, don't get too sad about it either because I think you're still learning something that you had probably no idea how to do before you walked in, and that's something that really got you. So yeah, obviously a working prototype would be the perfect plan of fully developed robust product. But yeah, embrace that learning and try something new that you haven't done before. That's why we're all here. If you already have, say, a mobile app made with React Native on your own, try to build something different. Try like a Chrome extension, something that you haven't done before. Because at the end of the day, you're probably going to want to add this project to your resume because it's going to be really cool. And then community first. Always take that game, connect with the people on LinkedIn, support everyone else that you're around. You can always make a new friend. It's really cool to meet new people in our major, especially people that go to FIU, all the other schools around Florida. I just said FIU because that's where ShellHacks is this weekend. But yeah, celebrate everyone else's wins because those connections matter more than anything. Winning is great, but it might not always happen. So don't be sad if you don't because what you learn is going to probably outweigh the impact that you have.
Just a post experience on LinkedIn or wherever you want to. Showing that you're at a place and that you learned something new is pretty important to show. Plus, it gives you like LinkedIn points, gives you some LinkedIn credit.
Another thing I want to now, not this slide, a slide that we didn't really include. How do we become successful? Obviously, we're going to go in, we're going to have a great, crazy idea that is doable, but it's no one's done it. Let's say, like, for example, we've never done it before, ever. The thing is, we live in a great time where information is everywhere. Everyone's trying to share their experiences out to the public. Anyone ever heard of YouTube Certified? It's my little way of saying, watch YouTube videos. There's so many YouTubers that are trying to share how to code a specific thing you're trying to code probably, like a mobile app. I didn't know how to use Expo. That's kind of the framework to use for mobile. I learned from documents, YouTube, and also ChatGPT. Well, don't be scared to use AI as well. Don't be copy and pasting, but don't be scared to also use an AI to help you as well. I mean, you have 24 to 36 hours. It's really short to create a full-fledged functional app. So use as much resources as you can. And also divide the work. Our first hackathon, we didn't know how to use AI, mobile app. We just knew how to set up a database and make it look pretty. So we had Tommy and Jordan, both backend, but Jordan was working on the backend functionality, but Tommy was researching how to integrate AI me and Allison, she was doing most of the, UI designing while I was researching how to make a mobile app. So split the work and use all your resources. We live in a great age to learn.
Even if you make mistakes, that's the important part is not to give up.
Exactly.
You have lots of mistakes.
I just want to highlight some upcoming hackathons in Florida. So yeah, like we mentioned, this weekend is ShellHacks at FIU. And in October, we have NightHacks at UCF. And then there's another Miami hackathon in November for SharkByte. And then EagleHacks, as you all know.
There we go.
Spring. But before we move on to the next slide, I just kind of wanted to share like sponsors are at these hackathons because you'd be surprised. So here's ShellHacks for the large hackathon.
Replace them, don't worry.
Sponsors. But scroll down here. Look at all these sponsors, guys. Xbox, Netflix, Nvidia,
You're kidding me.
Apple One, Google, and Aside.
You're joking.
Like, it just keeps going. So,
Give up themselves?
like, it keeps going. And then if we go over to UCF and we go to NightHacks, this is one. Let me see. So look, we got Gemini, Google Cloud again, Lockheed Martin,
Give up themselves?
GitHub, NVIDIA, NASA, that's Google, and it's really cool. And getting to go talk to people that work for these companies, there's
Also, we were on the also, I know we've went over this a couple times, but just for anyone that hasn't. A great way to find a hackathon is MLH, Major League Hacking. You just go to hackathons, 26 hackathons, and then boom, you have ShellHacks right here coming up. Midnight Hacks, the digital only, so they're all digital or online hackathons you could attend to.
And you can just control that.
Yeah, you can also just do that. Yeah.
This is every hackathon that's registered with MLH. If you just look at like what David's doing, you just skip through them. There's my hat.
Everybody, a 305 hackathon in Miami. I guess they're all in Miami. That's what's awesome.
There's also online ones, so you don't have to like travel for these. There's ones that you can find on there that's online.
MLH even has they have a monthly hack week, I think. I forget the exact name of it, but it's not a hackathon itself. It's more so all the workshops that happen at a hackathon. So they have for every day for a week straight, they'll talk about one example is like all the cloud technologies that you could ever think of. Another one could mobile app. They'll give you workshop after workshop on how to build different things.
And one more thing I want to point out for presentation, we forgot to mention this, but make your dev post, that's probably what we're going to be focusing on. Make your dev post look pretty. Just the little things count your story. So we have the inspiration for our project, what it does, so some features, how we built this, or our tech stack. Yeah, just kind of those little details do add up to your score. So make it look pretty on your dev post and your GitHub. I don't know if I can GitHub. Yeah, make your doc read or your readme look pretty as well. Again, features, the endpoints, kind of go more technical with the GitHub. So you have your endpoint, go all the way down here. You have installation, so how they can set it up on their computers through VS Code. So running repository, so back end, front end. Just go technical with the GitHub version, but make it look pretty, make it look readable and easy for them to set up. Again, all that counts. And I think honestly, there is like a criteria for that. I'm not too sure.
One more thing about dev posts, like David said, it's where people post their hackathon projects. So say we go to ShellHacks
Oh my
2024.
god, we look at both lines.
You know, it actually shows you project gallery here, and it tags on all the winners. So, you know, if you're kind of like stuck in your head, like, you know, what's kind of winning as far as a project idea, take a look at previous years at other hackathons and get it for your projects. You know, it doesn't hurt to just see what else people are building. You know, it could prevent you from creating the same exact thing that someone built last year and won with. And you see like maybe copying it.
Who picked up that project that should have honestly won? I think this project slept on. My own group doesn't. What was AI, guys? A financial ability. What we thinking, guys? It's a great project, all right? I'm defending this with all my heart.
Like,
What a concept. I wouldn't even call it a project.
It's a concept that works. We got top 20 from this app. All right, anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going with the slides.
but yeah.
Any questions? Any hackathon related questions?
Experience, from your experience, was internet okay there?
Oh, actually,
Oh, yeah. Usually they have Eduroam.
Yeah.
The school. Otherwise, it's fine.
I mean,
That's fine as Eduroam is.
yeah, I mean, and plus it will have like library campus. You can kind of explore the campus and find the sweet spot, really.
You get hotspot at worst comes to worst.
No, yeah, it was. We didn't.
I mean, if it's actually out here, what if?
Yeah. I think you'll be fine with that. Because you're going to be on most of the videos.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And the
Oh.
other.
Thank you,
Care to
guys.
share?
Share.
They share. It's what FIU is doing for their public.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good point to bring up actually. So hackathons, they'll have a week beforehand to prep for it. Literally what he just said. I didn't see it. They're online events usually, and they could go over something like this. They could also go over technologies, things like that. Any other questions? Kind of just bring it up to the floor if you want to ask a question to someone but David.
So like, you know, listen to this stuff.
So that's the biggest, that's like the hardest thing to really advertise, because it is all hackathons are big different. I mean, you can go in there with your knowledge and still come out there with something, you know. I wouldn't really say it as a skill level. Just go in there with an open mind. Even if you're a beginner, you'll always learn something.
I will say from personal experience, my first hackathon was ShellHacks with like 1,000 people over like 260 projects. I was a sophomore. I wasn't even in programming 2 yet. I was scared as crap. That's the biggest hurdle, is just getting your first one. Once you're there, you're like, wow, you don't even have to finish a project, and you have a whole team of people that are there to help, and you make your team based on what skill levels you guys have. So the biggest hurdle is just getting to that first hackathon, and once you're there, you realize, wow, like this is really beginner friendly, no matter what. Like, it's free. I'm getting fed for free. I'm walking away with a t-shirt, and I'm learning so much that I haven't even learned since I went into college. I think it's great, and the sooner you start, the more that you can attend, because you can only go to these while you're in college. Like, they don't really, as far as I know, there aren't too many that are made for after graduation. So, you know, once you graduate, you're kind of done. So go to as many as you can. You know, don't be scared. It's way more beginner friendly than you think it would. And yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I love it.
I would say the first one is the first one. My first one, I'm for the next one. I want to go to the next one. It's just fun. It's a great time.
There are a lot of resources available for you while you're there. There's mentors, there's the vendors, sponsors, and all of them are willing to assist outside of sitting there by the code for
Yes.
Go alone.
you. It'll pair you up.
I mean, you don't have to, you need to pair up, it could be alone.
You could go alone if you know, you're that crazy. It's really a learning experience at the end of the whole event. So go to learn, you don't have to go to win.
And again, in our Discord channels, like at ShellHacks, every hackathon, if there's a Discord, always join it. Because there's always announcements, updates,
They also
and,
require
and required.
sometimes.
So, but like in ShellHacks, there always is a section saying like team for like, you know, to find a team. So use Discord to your advantage to find one. And plus you'll find someone maybe in UCF that's going, meet a new buddy.
Yeah, a lot of people actually end up going solo. Like, you'd be surprised how many people go there and they don't find their team until like they have to confirm their team. So yeah, that's something.
You guys utilize
You
guys
know,
utilize mentors while you were there? Like those sorts of things. You asked.
We didn't really, okay, so our first hackathon, we didn't really use our help. Or like, that we had, or help. We just coded. Our second one, I can't remember, did we used, okay, so we asked MLA, because they were using this, AI like helper rule on VS Code, VS Code. So we didn't ask for help with that, with it, but no, we really never used, but it's still a great resource.
If I were to go to sponsor me a project, I had a semi-working demo. I would maybe like see like, hey, like, how do you feel about this feature? Like, what do you think better, or like something like that? Or, like, what do you think would be better for the project? You know, kind of just some overall advice for your project as a whole. I wouldn't suggest getting too technical, like asking them to develop your computer in front of you, but you know, getting advice on what direction you should take in your project would probably help you overall.
yeah, you really ask them anything, and they'll either say, "Broski, I'm not good at that," or they'll help you with that. If you have a problem that you can't figure out, like an error or something, usually the Discord servers do have a section for posting those. I think it's like an open form, like where anyone could answer. I don't know if there's like a dedicated mentor, because again, the mentors aren't there to do your code. They're there to help you in certain processes.
People like some of them sponsor like coding colleges. When you say people did those kind of like,
I don't even, I think honestly, I'm really sure that the talk
Because all these challenges are they want the terms to be at first, second, or third.
Yeah.
There's a specific prize for that challenge. So they don't have like a way. They just, you know, they're competing in a little mini competition.
And I'm pretty sure there's different categories. Let's say, obviously, I'm getting judged by other companies. Pretty sure for the top three, there's a different like group of people that actually do the judging. So I don't think yeah, like yeah, exactly. It could be so yeah, it's not really in there. I mean, it helps and it can give you like a guidance to what you're trying to get, but getting the top three is like.
I do recommend doing at least one company challenge because that allows more judges to actually come see your project. So if you don't do any of the company challenges, say it's your very first hackathon for ShellHacks, for example, the only two things that you can apply to win for is first time hacker and overall. So, and everyone in the entire competition is competing for overall, so you're most likely only going to get seen by like 1, 2, maybe 3 people that work at FIU or are represented by ShellHacks. So, you know, do a company challenge if you can, because that way, you know, if you do one from Microsoft, you can have someone from Microsoft come and watch your pitch. And the time you do your pitch, the better it gets. So that's more chances to win whatever you're applying for. So I do recommend doing that.
Back to what I was saying in the beginning of your slides. You pick a company challenge, really align with your project. You need a project to jump through all the people that you have. So yeah, this probably I'd say, I think last year it was 10 to 15. A lot. And just finding that line, I'd say 2 to 3 is really good. Probably good. Yeah,
I don't have to stay in a hotel room. We just see it as a advantage because we get a private place to communicate and we don't have to worry about anyone near us distracting them in some way.
Well, I don't, yeah, it's a bit no showers, but I don't know about, I think ShellHacks, Hackathon was different for us. I feel like I personally was.
I think ShellHacks is like you can go as a guest to their gym and take showers in your gym, but you had to be accompanied by an FIU student. So what people did was they like, walked around, they walked up to people, like meeting people that were outside of the gym or something, or even in Discord. Like, hey, like I really want to like, take like refresh, reset, take a shower. This will help with you. People are more than willing.
Hotel is a little life hack. But that also means that you're further away from the campus where the workshops and the food eat. So
Another way if you want to try to but this is what me, I used to do this, when I was growing up because I was being a truck driver a lot, but pilots and truck stations. Just to throw that out, I kind of grew up in that sort of way.
otherwise, if you don't have a hotel though, you'll just be staying in one of the buildings on campus. And you'll just be in a big large space and you just gotta claim your territory.
Like ShellHacks recommend you bring sleeping bag, stuff like that.
And next to an outlet. So that's what hotels can be good for some hackathons if you really get that.
Not really recommended. I mean, like if you want, if you have the budget to do it. Yeah, they offer everything.
Other than gas, it's completely free to go.
Yeah, if you're not gonna get a hotel, please take a shower, bro, because so many, as we know, there's lots of people that act on you don't want to do this. You have a bad present Put the bathroom, put some water on your little whale. Do what you gotta do, Yeah, that's a great. That's a great thing. Yeah, it's for a company. They don't want to.
So what you're saying is to touch soap and not grass?
I feel like definitely.
It's Jordan's time.
Yeah. Ooh, that's good. Keep a bottle of hand sanitizer. You're around a lot of people, so who knows? You don't want to get sick like halfway through, like 3 a.m.
You didn't get sick.
No.
And a spray people down.
Yeah,
I
spray
don't know.
people
That
down.
might be. I might not like.
No, spray people down.
Any more questions?
Any other questions?
Pretty nice little activity for you guys.
How do you come up with your hackathon ideas?
Oh, let's try it.
Whoa. No, like I said, again, company challenge really paved the path to use like qualified AI, the best one we made. Because Capital One had a company challenge that we aligned with the AI, so we kind of just came up with the best project ever, qualified AI, a financial buddy. But again, like I said in the beginning slides, find the current events, find a problem in the world that you can solve, because that's going to be your big winner probably. Again, if you have a startup idea as well, put that you can create that startup. It's your chance to really put it out there. But again, best way is probably finding a problem that you can solve. Like, yeah, we got a lot of ideas. I don't want to spill out any of our ideas. But yeah. I'd say like even if you need like help to at least somewhere, you're all stumped. Use AI maybe. Type in something like a prompt saying, hey, just need some ideas, help me out. company challenges.
Give an example of that.
So like Capital One that ShellHacks last year did the challenge, and it was like it dealt with financial literacy and education in finance. So it was like, it dealt with like, I forgot the exact way they worded their prompt, but it was like create a solution to help increase financial literacy or something similar. And then like there was one where it was like literally just MongoDB that we showed off last week. So we did that. There was Google Gemini, just incorporate Gemini API, AI.
So yeah, here's some examples. So like Microsoft have immersive uses of AI application, and I'll give a little description usually. So use AI and immersive technologies to build an accessible education application, leverage AI technologies to develop solutions that enhance education. So usually, honestly, some even company challenges could be literally a project. I'm pretty sure even with our hackathon, I'd say half of our companies asked them to make a project, basically, kind of formed with the company challenge. But some more examples. Google has many products, a service, all of that. Did you know Google has a philanthropic, English is not my first language, I guess. Organization, Google.org. We get to the mission. With that mission in mind, implement any tools, website, and app, or API, or medium of your choice. That's the most social good. Those could be really, make it sure it's easy.
I wanted to bring up one of the main sponsors at last year's EagleHacks here was SharkByte. And the team there implemented our focus is a lot on training, building equipment for surgery. So theirs was a way that using hand recognition, maybe go through the patient without having to touch, so that they could be in surgery and say, I need the next page. And they won the hackathon project. And it wasn't fully working.
Oh,
What's that?
it did work.
It did work. It did work. Yes.
I mean, the idea was there.
That's basically the kind of tag on. You will see the sponsors, you'll see the types of ideas that they got, and that typically is the ideas for them.
You and you are all on a same page. Building the same project.
Look, some companies even have an X giveaway.
What's there, bud?
Who won that? Anyway.
And $100 gift. 2 games.
We should have won that. I said, you gotta go into AI. There we go, some cybersecurity, DNY AI-powered financial fraud detection system. JBL Clip 3. So, definitely 2 or 3 donations. Don't overdo it. The prizes look really great, and not to say put all of them in your project, but don't. Just put 2 to 3. I promise you. No, I would. You'll attempt to win. Anyways, any more questions? Go back to the best project. Here we go. It's fine, guys. I don't know how to use PowerPoint. Okay, we're just refreshing. What are we refreshing this for? Yo, are you doing that? Just kidding. Okay, so we're just gonna go through the slides like this now.
The concert. So yeah, upcoming events next week, or I guess Thursday, tomorrow, or no.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh yeah, tomorrow. David will not be there, but
Whoa, I won't.
There still should be a web dev sub meeting.
I don't know about that.
There might
I have
be.
zero idea about that.
There might be. We'll keep you posted in Discord. But always plan for web dev. Wednesday, we have our member-led meeting. So, introduction to React.
Jackson.
Go Jackson. So yeah, he's going to be going over an intro to React. I know someone wrote it on our whiteboard for the meeting suggestions a few weeks ago. And, you know, that's a front-end framework, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And we have the All Majors Career Fair on October 6th. And, you know, print out your resume, go practice your elevator pitch some more. That to get better at it. And then the following week, we'll be doing like a game night. We'll have the Smash Bros and stuff, but I think our main thing is going to be Jeopardy, which we haven't really done before. So we're hoping to collab with other RSOs and kind of get a whole like Jeopardy thing going on. We're going to be in the water school that night so that we can fit more adults. So it'll be room 222 from 6 to 8, our normal time, just open the water school. So come out to that.
Otherwise, we want to do a little pitch presentation. Activity. See what you guys can do. It's optional, but if you improve your skills and try to win these hackathons, please do it.
So yeah, so idea is basically we're basically gonna pretend we're in the hackathon. We have our projects, we're ready to present. So I probably recommend go to ChatGPT and just say, give me a project with a description. So I'll learn it and give us a pitch. Form like a team of 3 to 4 as well.
This one is zeros, if you want.
And the zeros kind of form a team 3 to 4. Yeah, we'll come back in 10 minutes and we can do a little pitch practice.
Yeah, you need to use that.
Let's see how
I need to share.
We'll come back at 7:20.
Make me cry.
I was not part of this. Presenting now?
Yeah, so great. Oh, you want me to turn this off?
Yeah, please.
No, but.
All right.
All right, here's our idea. To use Google's Google Maps and drone technology. The reason we need that idea is, well, costly. They afford Google Maps, traffic and other things more accurately, which would be helpful for us. Which would rely on that technology sometimes. If they plan ahead, which would be better for the setting up the whole system. That's all we can do.
How's it set up?
Are we gonna implement that? First of all, yes.
Yeah, you always want to have diversity with.
Yeah.
That's not like it. Would also be. Or design one there. And then try to see if we can, by code, back certain bars or tackle.
Is you have
Using AI, just definition. Understand how many cars are on the roads in general, and take pictures of it. Trends and just in general, what is happening in the traffic. Okay.
Thank you. You have like, it's like a station, little drone stationary, or how would that like work?
It would be less drones since, to make sure it's not too costly. You drone going through several sectors, scanning it in a very, let's say, fish islands, right? Because you're able to scan the area.
Stationary drones.
Yeah, exactly.
And we could have it like every periodically, like maybe like quietly, have them running around scanning, seeing how traffic is. We set big data. So traffic law. A lot of this one is like, let the government. Sorry. We can let government determine which roads need attention to those that are doing past the upgrades. Repairs.
You could also do like flood traffic.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Questions? Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
I mean, we can also add to this. Regular and state. We can help with, well, almost basically anything for tracking around. It'll also.
Maybe also like implement kind of disaster, like let's say the drone kinds and tracking the damage. And detect that. Prevent the whole thing from destroying it. Depending on how bad it is, they either tell them to evaporate or they.
That could be a
That will be handy in a natural disaster situation where everyone has to like evacuate those drones and watch for control of traffic. And depending on the point, authorities could like divert traffic to like different alternative evacuation routes based on what they're seeing.
Or, for example, if a hurricane happens, we always see traffic jams everywhere. Using that, configure the Google Maps to actually show the path where you can buy cars in a more efficient way for everyone to be able to.
We can artificially like show that there's traffic on this one. And we can have the GPS navigation where it'll diverge to like another road. They like artificially make a lot of traffic so that people stay away from this. They gotta go down some roads so that way traffic.
You want a question? You want questions or curiosity? All right.
I like how you had the problem, you set the problem, and then you solved the solution. That was perfect. I know it's not a physical project, kind of in your hands, so it's kind of, it feels like you're just pitching a shark thing. But you did great, you did great. You found the problem, the solution. That's amazing. All right, round of applause.
Like guys.
Two guys. Okay, so in the road, when it's fog, there are no lights, you can see shit. Anything, sorry. You can see anything about it. You confuse lions with turtles or something, some animal you know. And then you have your lights, set. That's our lights. That will not save world hunger or anything important in general, but it will save the headache of every gamer who has suffered. When you are playing a game, multiplayer game specifically, sometimes the game crashes. Either you want to log into your friend's party or you want to start a new game. Sometimes the game itself tells you it's the internet, but wow. But then suddenly drops this kind of error. Error 90x whatever. And you don't know what it is. It's your IP, it's your internet, anything you don't know about it, and you start to crash out of that. So our app, what it's going to do, our software, what it's going to do, is to run along your game, and then when it crashes, it will tell you and read the code of the game with an API we will use. You will run the code, and it will tell you which error it was, what it is. So you don't have that headache anymore. You know what the problem is, and you can address it later. Or you can just run it. But that's our problem solver. Any questions?
Yeah. I'm guessing you just simplify the error into a application, and it says you have a bad computer. I'm guessing, right? Yeah. Nice.
Questions? How to deal with protected classes or any functions that are not accessible? Sometimes in the code they have protected class recognitions, which make it so it's impossible to access them, so we kind of hard to test some of the things.
I mean, I think the code they use an error code, you know how you have some.
Yeah, code, but they'll have to code it in and actually say what it is. That's what it is.
I mean, if you use it like an AI,
Oh, yeah, I
send
mean,
it in as a prompt.
actually, yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work.
How would you connect the game with the app?
I think
Let's see what your brain did. How would you connect the game to this app that you have?
So,
using
Copilot thing.
Yeah, to find certain syntaxes in any other games library or agreement company, not company agreements, but say integrating our software into game developers so that way it makes everything. Because a lot of people, when they get a syntax error after a video game crashes, they're not going to check it.
Yeah.
But if they get something simpler and if we did that to someone who's going to make a game, make it we'll just simplify the entire process and give people the information that they want and possibly fix.
And what you probably want to make
like, if anything, you want to make your own launcher, you know, like your own game launcher, like loading the games that you have in the library, like, you know, at the game.
Like we are partners.
Yeah, like the video app that they have, where you update your driver, they also have an optimization feature. You can obviously just make your own launcher, launch it, and then when it crashes, that code will go to the launcher. You get the output of your aircraft. So that's the way you can do it. Or
I mean, how sometimes, stage maintenance comes into the game, basically. So, most of you.
yeah, it's a great idea though. Anyone got questions though?
Maybe it's kind of maybe 11 or something. I don't know. I played a Sims with a way to catch like calls with boss, or like when someone's calls your phone, just suggest like there's a mod for that. Like there are exceptions. So it catches when something's broken. It says exactly where the error is.
So like a mod for the game?
Exactly.
Okay. That's a great one too. Like just like mod, yeah.
We just create a launcher, and then that's kind of like, I feel like that would be a better way to connect it to the game.
Yeah. Nice. No, that's so good. Yeah. Any more? All right. All right, come on. Who else to do it? Who else to do it? Got it? Do it. If you still haven't, got an idea, just, get something going, get something going. I know you guys have something going.
It's hard to present something that
So yeah, if y'all haven't done it yet, y'all still start doing it now.
My team did.
Oh,
yeah,
team name.
Team name?
Yeah.
Toronto Maple Leafs, all right.
All right, who here likes free money? Who here likes free money?
Oh, wow.
Trying to get free money?
No, you guys confident.
All right, so this is an app where not quite like an app, but it's a card that is in your Apple Wallet or your Google Wallet, right? And it's linked to your bank account. And that's your card.
Okay.
Right? So when you are checking out at the store, right? What instead of, oh, I gotta pay $32 for this, it's, oh, I have a 50% chance of getting it for free. You've seen it on TikTok. You've seen people like, oh, if I hit on rate, I'll donate to charity, right? So what if instead of hitting on rate bet, it takes out all of the, oh, I gotta go to rainbet.com. I gotta go actually like do this blackjack hand. It's just 50-50.
So is this basically, are you basically making a widget in the wallet app that you can gamble? Does it all like a blackjack game?
It's basically like a coin flip.
Like on your Apple Wallet, basically. And it links to the widget in the bank, links to your card. And then you can just be like, all right, I got a 50 chance here. Honestly, it's better than.
It's like all you gotta do is click your off button.
Yeah, and then your Apple Wallet. It's like a Chick-fil-A and you scan the Chick-fil-A up your. Yeah, okay, all right. How would you link it to your bank?
Link it to your bank account. Yeah, there's.
I'm in. Great. I mean, that's a great idea. It is a great idea. It's a fun idea. Yeah, it's a fun idea. I would like to see that happen for my own enjoyment.
Question, does it come with a gambling bill online? No.
Oh, yeah, I think it's right.
My question is like, what happens if you lose?
You lose, you'll pay 101 or 201% the price.
What?
100 talking about.
You put in $10, or and you get $20 for $10, you lose $10.
What's in the price
If
of
it's
the
$4, you win, it's $0. And if you lose, it is $8.
God dang! What? Oh, is that like paying for the app? That's because if they lose. No, I think the scam part. The scam part. Love that. All right.
What change will accept this, gambling?
Everyone, ignore this question. Every single day, the banks do not care.
Maybe you still have like you'll like put in your bank account or something.
What about the card network?
Also, your card will decline if you don't have. You can't over.
Yeah, you gotta make sure. Yeah. I think are we doing like that again?
If they have a suggestion,
Oh,
go to like a casino, they would love that idea.
yes.
I'm gonna get a
I might actually take that idea.
DraftKings are taking interns this.
Why did you find the card if you can just pay the loan with a higher percentage of interest?
Yeah, that's extra work.
But it's better.
What's about gambling? What you guys do?
We live in a instant gratification heavy society, so this will make
Any more questions though?
I better see the app when it's done.
Give me a round of applause.
Do you think of adding like maybe a new feature in the future? Like maybe you can do an Uno match?
Or blackjack.
Blackjack's an option. Uno's an option. It doesn't take too long.
You're like in the line about to check out.
But Uno's.
Blackjack gotta be in that information.
Bingo.
Bingo, you lose one. I don't have the dictionary. I just know how it works.
Don't go Professor Allen.
All right, any more? Oh, yes. Oh, no. Like, I mean, like questions. So you guys are next, right? Yeah, but next, and then you will be next after me.
You're not.
How many times have you gone to the library and it's always closed? You can't find the spot. Perfect. So we're creating an app that's gonna tackle that problem. Basically, you check in through a QR code as soon as you sit down, and it sends you kind of like our parking garage. So like you'll have the library, it'll have the $3, and the students pay it's like perfect. You won't pay for free.
Obviously, we're relying on the students having this QR code. It's not kind of stuff, but just like the parking garage right now. Until you remember, the top floors I've seen on like Snapchat's HGC story, it was like they like. But it's obviously gonna be a work in progress right now. It's just gonna be the QR code where students do have to scan. And then as soon as they sit down and scan that QR code, they'll be able to close off for a certain amount of time. And then say they do an hour, it gets closer, it'll be kind of like the Netflix thing where are you still watching? But like, are you still sitting? So that way, you know, it tells other people that areas still gonna be closed off, so that way they don't have to.
So is the QR code like next to the spot?
So it'd be kind of like on the table or wherever, like at the libraries.
Oh, okay.
So that way, as soon as they sit down, kind of like a you have the menu.
Oh, okay, I see.
They'll be able to scan it as soon as they sit down.
Okay, yeah.
It's a work in process, but then we'll also have those where like if you're nearby, it's like something your phone.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
I like that.
That's That's a great idea.
I have any questions?
I do have a better suggestion for that, actually. Have you ever been to the Soviet Rec Center? So the way they do it is they have you scan your student ID or QR code on your phone, and they have like gates, like metro style gates, like when you get on the train. If you have like your train card, you tap and you can just go through the gates. You can do that, except they have a special scanner right by the gates. Students have their QR code on their phone. They scan in, and there you go.
Sure, but the thing is, we kind of wanted to focus on the seats, so
Ah,
we
so
exactly know what for.
Yeah, like the pivot point, yeah.
Yeah,
And like there would be like sorry, is there another person?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How is it different from looking at a study?
so that's a study room, is your seat, so it's kind of like independent, because I know some people want to just work by themselves and then get really go over.
Yeah, the open areas have like, I'd say like probably 35
Yeah.
plus seats, you know, and you kind of have to like, it's like a hit or miss if it's empty or not. And booking rooms are always reserved, you know.
Well, they're reserved, but yeah, they don't show up.
Yeah, that too, yeah. And they need like 4 QR codes like in one table, or would it just be one big one?
Honestly, I feel like you never really talk about it, but if you want to do the job, you just need to come on and then reserve them.
Yeah. And this would be an app or just a web application?
Honestly, yeah.
An app?
Kind of like Duo.
Yeah, Duo, yeah. Saves time too, and the library probably would be less crowded.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of people just wander in the
Yeah.
library.
Let's do it.
So I know it's like students have to scan the QR code or whatever. That's more of like honor system, if you want to think about it like that. How can you entice the students to like actually scan them? Can you like entice them?
Yeah, kind of.
Maybe.
And another way I could actually, and I'm sure it could be my next point, you could evolve that system and maybe like cameras, you know, like a camera could detect that there's someone in the seats, or there's like an equation detector.
I was just thinking motion detector.
Motion
Like,
detector.
you actually mentioned the budget.
Right,
So
right.
like, try first, if they're good,
Exactly.
that goes up, then you can invest in sensors.
There's always ways to evolve it. Maybe you could also even put sensors in the seats, you know what I mean, where if you sit, or wait.
Do proximity.
Yeah, that's really good.
In the air conditioning first. Occupational sensors in the air conditioning. That's most of the big air conditioning systems, like probably this one here. The thermostat is like a sensor that detects if there's heat.
Oh, okay.
So that way it's like change the temperature and they're saving money.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, any more questions? Or comments? No, that was great. All right. You ready? Team name, team name. Ah!
The aggressor.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Have you guys ever missed an assignment because you just did not know it was there on campus?
Like you did last week.
Yeah, we're gonna fix that for you. You know what? We're gonna add an extension called passive aggressive. I feel like you guys have heard about Duolingo, right? They're famous for their little like, hey, did you do your thing today? Did you learn Spanish today? Did you try it out? No, you didn't. We're gonna do something like that. Imagine you're on Canvas, you're on YouTube actually, you're not doing it. And you're on you're just watching some videos and out of nowhere Canvas pops up. And it pops up right in front of you and it says little character pops up you're choosing and says do your work. And you exit out of it. And what happens after you exit? You get angry. And at a certain point, we'll grab your mouse.
What?
He will put you in that campus and he will make sure that you do your work. Because
Yeah, question now, question now.
Any questions?
Okay, question now.
Okay, so, okay, let's say if it does lead me back to campus.
Yes.
What does prevent me from just clicking the X button and just going back to my YouTube channel?
Well, then they don't like
You popping up. So basically, once they out, okay, at 10:30, like the math is gonna start. So you copy paste like the page you want it to open, and at that time it's gonna open it up until you like it's gonna keep popping up. You can't close it until you actually just like manually disable the extension, which is just a little weird.
And you could, and they're not gonna make it easy. Once it's gonna be like, are you sure you wanna do it? Are you absolutely sure? Are you for sure you wanna close out of this? And then it's gonna show you the dates and times of your assignments, when they're going in, when you need to turn in. And we're gonna even with the to-do list, if you exit out enough times, they're gonna air you out immediately. They're gonna be like, you have your homework to do on Friday. You have your project that's due, actually yesterday, you didn't finish that. And it's gonna air you out and shame you into doing your work. Because we need it.
How will you make it with your mouse? How will you make it?
Have you guys ever heard of that? There was a goose game a while back. Where, and sometimes what it would do is it would go in with this little goose mouse. It would grab your mouse and you move it around, or it take away a file that was on your desk and move it around. We're gonna use it. Yeah.
Okay, I guess my other. So would it do the same thing if I like maybe restarted my computer or tried disabling it?
Yeah, really essential, but I mean, you don't have funding to make it work.
You're gonna have funding. We'll hack into your computer. Make sure that you cannot.
We'll
We'll have.
turn it into an actual computer virus.
Can we get a system permission so we can leave the system for the
One day we will collab with Windows and Mac and everything so that it is an actual implemented virus in your device and you cannot get out of it. There's nothing you can do besides complete your assignments. That's all you gotta do. Why do all this work?
I mean,
We just gotta complete the assignments.
I mean, you're gonna procrastinate for it anyway to do it last minute, do it now.
Yeah. That goose is gonna bother you, no matter what. You know, or that cat or that dog, whatever animal you want. We'll put worms in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have.
How are you gonna get the data about when Canvas assignments are broken if Canvas itself breaks?
Well,
So the most basic thing is like, you want to do it kind of manually at the start, so you have to go and be like, okay, at 30, like 30, please make this pop up on my computer. If you keep ignoring it, that's when like it's something insane. Or you have to do it manually.
We should there is also Canvas API that can link your Canvas login and then shows you which time you can somehow get to know what your account looks like.
It's possible that you might have to get the mic, they have restrictions.
Depending, I mean, like I said, there is a Canvas API, so you gotta really see what it is. I don't think there is any restrictions with IT. Sure. The reason why I'm saying it because on EagleHacks, someone did a Canvas extension. It's not like what you guys want, but it's just an AI that can help you organize more. And they use the Canvas API, and it was honestly easier, or it was smooth. Yeah.
More of a suggestion. If you really want to motivate any student in any class, use the what if phrase.
that's what I was gonna say.
Oh my God. You get a 0. You get a That would scare me. That would scare me.
We'll add you on as the little executive.
All right.
Like you're gonna build these legal portions.
Yes.
I guess this is my last one.
Yeah.
Okay, what about, it was a mobile device?
That's the one. We weren't gonna mention the mobile, but because you asked, it's basically like Duolingo. You're gonna get, but it's not gonna be one notification. It's gonna be multiple notifications, and it'll be over and then it's famous.
So you
We open it up. Even then, they probably won't. If you open that and leave it, there's still gonna be a notification. You have to.
You have to put the maybe so the iPhone or phone puts the volume on max.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And it'll know your schedule too, because maybe it'll add it, thanks to your help. If you link it to the Google Calendar and then it goes off at the most annoying time possible, I'm doing a dog for a point. During class. Yeah.
Flashlight on.
Flashlight on, vibration.
I mean, this could be a great personal project as well. This is, I mean, it's very doable and like, so that's too long. I mean, I guess again, the canvas API, easy to use, if you look at the documentation. You can really get this going.
It's her love child. That's all I heard.
Oh, that's like, yeah, like, this is your personal project.
Yeah, we'll just open this. Let's see how.
Yeah, you wish-
There you go. All right, anyone, I guess, any questions?
Sometimes we have to pull them so they hire the headset.
Maybe we should.
I'll say 50. I'll say 50.
That's not the version of it.
And then the little box will come through. That's what it is.
Questions?
That was great. Any more projects?
I wanted to solve virus.
Any more projects?
Use one of these.
Has you got a project?
Wait, actually,
All right, well.
And hold on, hand.
Oh, hand.
I just have a random idea.
Okay, come on here. Come on here. Let's go. Yeah.
The virus.
Next you can, I don't know.
Viruses, but it has everything to do with viruses. So one of the most dramatic things we've all gone through is COVID, right? So what if there was an app where you could inject COVID?
It's a birthday.
That maybe say connected to different apps. And if you were aware of, well, your hygiene and whatnot, what if you reported where you got sick, right? Okay. And if more people downloaded this app and they reported to where they got sick, you could create, that's what we call it face mask. But you could create an area of avoidance where most people will avoid this and probably go somewhere else. So not to like put a patient zero or something, but to just help with.
No, yeah, no, I mean, I think it's a great idea actually, because you can also be aware of like, even if there's a restaurant that has like a foodborne illness happening, and you got sick from it. I think that type of information would be great. Yeah.
Any questions? Because this was just off the tip of my.
No.
You wouldn't create let's say your app puts like a red dot in the area of infection. You wouldn't create like a red city because many people get sick every day and in many places and they don't know why. And they will just instantly lock that part of the city, and then each person next to it, or maybe 2 miles away, it will create like a red city avoidance.
I mean, yeah, no, I guess that's a kind of a loophole, to get that.
With that, maybe it determined it was how long a pin you probably place in an area where you got sick depends on how you got sick. So say if you got cold, that lasts 2 to 3 weeks, right? So after a certain period before that, pin goes away. If you got say something a little bit more severe like COVID, yeah, so its severity and its limit will determine how long your pin will stay in that area.
Yeah. Oh, good idea, really good idea. Any more questions?
Yeah. He's first.
So, such as myself, sometimes I feel like I get sick in certain spots. Like, say I've been going around the forest for a while all day. Last week I remember I went to Five Guys to eat. But I've been feeling like, or I get sick, but it's not because of Five Guys. It could have been I had breakfast at some other place or just like that. But I normally take a little bit longer to actually feel my symptoms.
So you believe that you might give off inaccurate information that would spread to other people? I can't, I don't know about that. I can't say I know about that. But maybe if allied with restaurants, you could try getting nutritional lists of what you've eaten. So like, I would better alongside that. That sounds awful.
No, yeah, you're on the same one. I think it's a great idea. Again, this is like Holmes, like, what if I got sick at Publix? I did that in the morning, I didn't feel that until night, but I did like the Five Guys, I went to, all these other places, but how do I know that? Like, Publix is the reason why I got sick. I wouldn't know that. I would always think it's the last place, but I can tell some holes where you gotta think about. But the general idea is really good. I feel like somehow there could be fill those holes in.
Actually, just a suggestion, okay? Let's say like we do like some machine models and then I'm not sure if this data will work. If it exists. But like based on that symptoms, like how long does it show or something, you can look into that and I don't know. Like it's did I explain well? You understand what I said?
A little bit.
Uh-huh.
A machine learning model that, depending, because of how symptoms pop up
Yes.
later, you can probably list down more than one place where you've been, and the machine itself will help you determine where you got sick.
No, like when sick, sorry, it would be like the health data, right? Like let's say you got sick, like you have this symptom, or like you have this type of disease. It can, let's say that person did think, oh yeah, I got sick here, but then the machine can accurately help you determine whether that's that person. I mean, it can help that person determine whether you got sick because it will be like, okay, like you probably didn't get sick at that place because it's somewhere else based on how long the symptoms show. Does that make sense?
Yes. That would be possible.
So, here we go. I have to push in a joke. But for a suggestion, I would say this, ask those for data most of the time. You can have an accurate representation, so you have a lot of data. Therefore, it would be much easier if you just do GPS of people while you have your phone around. And if you do report they're sick, you can just take those predated GPS data and put them on the record. And with enough people saying it, it will pinpoint the general location of where it's happening, even if they don't put them close. And how long is it going to take for the canvas extension will happen?
Hopefully not, no wait, hopefully too long. Hopefully too long.
Any more questions?
All right.
How are you gonna make people report these?
Advertisements.
As in, how exactly are you gonna have it reported when someone wants to?
When someone, wait, could you elaborate on that?
Because you're putting it on Google Maps, how are you gonna say, report of this area's infected as someone's sick? Kind of like a map or something else?
There's like Facebook background, and depending on the scenario, going from say blue to red, blue, orange, red, or green that a lot of people are probably doing, but nothing.
On the administrator, manager, that they see that they're changing from location. Next to. Yes, maybe.
All right, any more questions?
Have you ever played the game Plague Inc?
Yes.
Now, you can make the UI work something like that. So in one spot, a lot of people get one thing or something,
I think that would scare a lot of people.
It's familiar, a lot of people.
I agree with that.
A lot of people like it, don't like change.
You just didn't talk about like. No.
I'm sorry.
I think, we go, yeah. All right. Well, that's it for us today. Thank you for coming. Good job, everyone. I hope everyone knows how to now tackle a hackathon. And I just want to kind of highlight that this whole practice not only helps you throw a pitch in 10 minutes, also you saw the kind of like the heat that you got, like with all these questions. You're going to be asked that mid, like probably presentation. Why does it do that? Can you do this? Can you do that? That's going to happen mid-presentation. It's going to mess up your speech. So you also get the idea of that, but also the beauty of now, you guys have personal projects now. Those projects are actually great, and I hope you guys work on to do that, during the semester. And you can partner like with FGCU, for example, Canvas, like they're great projects. So please, I mean, you have a group too. We just, if maybe it's the first time you met someone, have a group. Get together, get your contacts, and make it happen. Why not? All right, well, let's get a great night.
We got a quick advertisement here for our game dev sub club. If you can give a little shout out to them.
We are three of us, three guys basically. We're gonna be running the game dev club eventually. It's gonna start in 2 or 3 weeks. We'll see the reservation. But eventually we'll be able to see our posters around, so hopefully that's set up. But if anyone's interested in app development, we'll be doing for here. We're gonna have and I will be dealing with if anyone heard like SFML libraries in C++ or any of the libraries in C++. So we'll be doing from the hard way of doing it, or like the also
More accessible ways.
More accessible ways, yeah. And if anyone wants to use over engines, they're also free to tell us. So that's about it. It'll probably be on Mondays and maybe Fridays. Hopefully we'll see how the schedule goes. But maybe also, since it is being development, we're inviting not just programmers, but it's also for anyone who's interested in music. There's so much art and music. Anyone who's interested in digital design, music, art, or anything else, they're also welcome. Those are very cool. Just simple programmers do not handle that. So that's basically all. We're going to be talking. I guess we're going to be working in groups. So if you're interested,
Welcome to them.
That's the announcement for when they're going to be starting up and everything in the Discord and Teams. So keep an eye out for that. But we'll still get into
No web dev. Please don't go tomorrow. I'm not going to be there. But if you have any questions, come to us or give us a hello.
Thank you all for participating.
Yeah, obviously I have to yell at you guys. So.
No, we're yelling at you.
we're thinking is okay. So I could try. I didn't even know
Tell them about your robots.
I will give you the word. So basically,
If it doesn't work out on
Monday, not exactly. I came here to art specifically. Maybe
And the next day, no one.
I'm better jump on Alice.
I'm better
Yeah,
jump on
I'm better
Alice.
jump on Alice.
That's right.
Yeah.
I want that double or nothing.
A little easier.
I want the double or nothing.
Let's begin with.
EagleHacks.
Oh, yeah.